Hey y'all, it is Mahogany Way. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. Just to get all that out the way, if you like my content, want to see more of me here on my socials, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you know when I post. And let's get right into the video. Just to preface this video, this is not a how-to video. It's mainly used for inspiration, or you can even use this as a reference point or starting point to try to get the ideas flowing. And it's also to show you that if you do not cosplay full-time, or even if you're trying to start out cosplaying full-time, you don't have to spend $1,000 to do a cosplay. You can do it for less, and you can do it on a budget. Anything that I show in the video is going to be linked in the description. If for any reason it is sold out, I'm going to try to find an alternative. If I can't find an alternative, then I'm just going to put the name of the company in the description of the item. Hopefully you can copy and paste it either into Google or the company website and try to find it. If not, unfortunately, you'll have to find your own alternative. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. The cosplaying space can be really weird. I learned that when I did my first 2 cosplays. I'm not one of those creators that's going to sit here and let you disrespect me in the comments, especially with no profile picture. So yes, I do clap back at comments, and yes, I do delete comments. And lastly, cosplaying is not a one-track mind thing. If you know who I am or the essence of who I'm supposed to be, then I think I've done my job at cosplaying. But now that I've got all that out of the way, without further ado, this is AKASHA from Queen of the Damned. I have always wanted to be AKASHA. Since the movie very first came out, that was the costume that I really wanted to play. She was just a powerful presence, and it was like the first black female vampire that I had ever seen up until that point. Besides vampires in Brooklyn, her presence was just so powerful. I've always wanted to do that cosplay. However, when you Google AKASHA cosplay, there has been no company to replicate her cosplay as it was in the movie. If someone did replicate her cosplay, it is most likely a person who makes costumes for a living, and they're going to charge you a good amount of money. Just as an example, I looked up the headdress for AKASHA, and I found headdresses ranging from anywhere from $200 to $350 and up. Damn! And at the time, I wasn't confident in myself to make the headdress, but when I saw the price, no. I quickly backtracked and I started making the headdress myself. I decided to take the price range for the headdress and turn that into my budget for the cosplay. I reached a pretty good amount. I may have went a little bit over, but again, you can always thrift. You can always use what you have on hand to decrease the price in this cosplay. Here's how much I spent for the entire cosplay. So now I'm going to get into explaining the actual cosplay and kind of talking through the cosplay. Again, if you have questions, put them in the comments. So starting from the headdress was 2 DIYs melded into one. One I got from TikTok, which I linked, and then the other one I got from buying and purchasing that one. The one that I purchased is very difficult. It was so difficult I had to find an easier way to make the headdress, otherwise the headdress would not happen. Once I found this other DIY on TikTok, or like it showed how she at least made it, I could get the gist of it, and then I made my own. I just used like a halo crown from Amazon. I bought some gold coins, jump rings to add them in the middle. In order for me to know where the front piece was gonna lay, I had to keep putting the headdress on. And after trying it on so many times, I finally got it. She didn't wear any jewelry or anything. Her makeup was really just like natural makeup. The only thing that was different was her eyebrows and the eye makeup. The fangs I got from Etsy. The contacts I got from, I think it's Color Optics or Optic Colors. Necklace I got from Amazon. I basically sprayed it antique gold, and then I added some Gorilla Glue on the back of a jewel that I got, and I put it on the front or on the bottom of the necklace. The sleeves, I got some cheesecloth from Michael's. It was like $13 for the whole bundle. I got this, it was this really pretty snake skin velvet from Michael's. It was on sale too. And I got some of that, and I basically cut that in half. I went to my alterations person that I used for this cosplay, and she basically sewed them both together and put a string at the top so I could tie it so it would stay on my arm. And then I would put the gold cuff over it. Speaking of gold cuff, I could not find a gold cuff to save my daggone life. And it just felt like I was getting closer and closer to the con, could not find one. And I still have not found any arm cuffs. I basically took some pins and I secured the top of the sleeves. And basically that was it. I did not have any arm cuffs. None would fit the top part of my arm. So I think I'm going to have to make them at some point, but I was like on a time crunch and didn't really have much time to make them at that point. The bra I just got at Walmart. I just put some gold leaf glue on there, adhesive on there, and then I added gold leaf until it was all around the places that I wanted on the front part of the bra. And then I sprayed 2 coats of Mod Podge on there to kind of seal it in. Skirt I just got from Amazon. However, I had to get it altered at the waist because the waist fit like a small, but it said it was a large. And the shoes, I went to Shein and I got those. Now in the movie, you do not see her feet, so I have no idea what she was wearing underneath it. I just wanted to wear sandals because I like gold, like sandals with like gold strings, because I thought that would maybe accent the cosplay itself. The belt for the skirt, I bought a belt off Shein. I bought some Ava foam. I cut out some pieces, sprayed them gold and turquoise. I added some jewels to the gold pieces, and then I added them to the belt. And then I added some rings at the bottom to keep the belt down so it wouldn't come up anytime I try to put the belt on. And on the front piece, I just used like some rectangles. I had to drill holes in them, spray them turquoise, and then I had to add them using heavy duty jump rings on the front. Now the only thing about this is when you're walking, you're constantly hitting those. And if you're walking enough all day, at some point they're gonna fall off. So you wanna make sure that you, if you are gonna use this method, I'm not saying to do it, but if you are, make sure to drill not so close to the corner because it will break. Other accessories, I got all of my rings from Shein. I got my nails from the beauty supply store. The last thing I want to talk about is the wig itself. So the wig I got from Amazon. It is a kinky straight wig. I took some braiding hair and kind of just kept wrapping it and putting it different places until I got a bun. And then I took like these gold pins I got from the beauty supply store and I just pinned them around just to accent the bun. Yeah, it took me so long to find a wig for this cosplay as well. I went through at least 2 to 4 wigs. That's basically the talk through of the whole thing. It's not a how-to, so I didn't explain things like in depth. Now we're gonna go get ready to be AKASHA because tomorrow I have to shoot content. I also forgot to say that the wrist cuffs, I basically did the same thing I did with the bra with the cuffs. I just put a layer of the metal adhesive glue and then I put the foil and I just kind of put it on and kept buffing it out until it got the way that I wanted it to be, and it just turned out like this.
Let's take this overboard now. I want you to
feel that heat and we can ride the boogie, share that heat of love. I wanna